How's it going, everybody? RyeSquad here today, and we are live on Twitch currently. Deciding to do this, maybe some on Twitch, maybe some on my own, but we are doing our Rapid Rebuild series, RyeSquad's Rapid Rebuilds, as I've decided to call it here. One of these a week, hopefully, if my schedule allows, and provided that we're going to be rebuilding teams, I figured the best way to do it is start at the top of the draft and work our way down. So our first team that we are going to be rebuilding, as you guys can see, is the Buffalo Sabres. And I'm very excited to get this underway because this is obviously, you guys know, my favorite team. If you don't know, well, they are my favorite team, and unfortunately they're not doing well, but I would love to bring them to glory. So we have 3 years to do so. No holds barred. Anything can happen. We got to just get ourselves to the pinnacle. So what we can look at right now is our team with Olofsson, Cousins, and Tuck. Unfortunately, the coach doesn't really fit them, and they aren't really good together. I mean, Tuck and Cousins are good together. Jeff Skinner here is carry, shoot, balance, which is, I think, carry, shoot, balance. He's a good first liner. Moving Olofsson to the second line might be better for him because he fits there perfectly. So he could be a guy that we keep on the second line forever. Tage Thompson here, pretty solid. We get a +1 if we flip-flop him and Cousins, which I will do. And then Vinny Hinostroza, we're going to need to find a new second liner if we're going to even come close this year. Defensively, it doesn't look great. Henry Yoki-Haru is a low top 4 defenseman. He's 79 overall, and he's not very good. He does fit the top line well, but I'm not excited about it at all. So maybe he's a guy we can move on from too. And then in goal, you guys know the situation. It's not great, but Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is here, and he's an 80 overall medium elite. So we definitely have got options. Peyton Krebs probably want to be playing him over somebody like John Hayden. Hayden here is a power forward. He's fine, but Drake Caggiula is a two-way forward who doesn't really fit Rasmus Asplund, but he's only 23, right? So we might just scratch Drake Caggiula and in favor of Peyton Krebs here, who's a 75 overall playmaker. He's even. He's fine. He looks really good all the way around. He's not phenomenal, but hey, it works just fine for us. So he gets us a +2 on the top line there, but I don't think he's quite ready for that kind of showtime. Let's see. Do we have anybody on the third line here that would fit better than a guy like a Poso? Rasmus Asplund. Oh, God. The bottom line's not going to look very good, but I think I'd rather have Girgensons on that line anyway. Girgensons is pretty well-rounded, and hopefully will help Peyton Krebs develop a little bit. So the first order of business is we have 3 first-round picks, and we can use them to trade for people, right? We can say, hey, we have 3 first-rounders, and I'm willing to wheel and deal to make our team a little bit better. The coach we have is Jams, I think is his name, and he's a forwards coach who's actually pretty solid, right? He is pretty good, A- coach, forwards, fits the offense pretty well. I mean, not phenomenally, but I like his, I just don't like his hold the line and cycle. That is never one you want to see, but overload, carry, shoot, balance, and then behind the net, carry, cycle, efficient, balance. Those are 2 great forward core things. So I don't think we need to change our coach just yet. I think we're fine there. What I am going to do quickly is find a trade for a guy like maybe Colin Miller, maybe Henry Yoki-Haru's got a little bit of value. We can get some late picks. Okay, anybody, Sean Corrali would be the 4th line. Skinner, we get another Skinner. Brandon Saad. Let's see. How good is Brandon Saad? Because that's a name that I recognize. And he is an 82, listed as a second line forward. I don't know why is he, I don't know why he's only an 82. He looks pretty well rounded. He looks pretty darn good. And for $4.5 million and Henry Yoki-Haru, we get a 4th out of this deal too. He's got 5 years at $4.5 million, and I can definitely trade him away. He fits our top 6 forward lines. I'm gonna do it. And we're gonna have to call up Jacob Bryson. We move down Peyton Krebs. That's fine by me. I think Peyton Krebs should play in the AHL for a season anyway. But he's better in the game. So hopefully we can get Skinner as well to grow. Skinner for now is worthwhile just for his goal scoring ability. He's a pretty good goal scorer. But I do like these top 2 lines. I really do. Krebs playing with Quinn down there and Anders Bjork. Yeah, I'm fine with that there. Making a trade for Kyle Oposo is going to be tougher than you might think. It's definitely one of the moves I want to make to start. Maybe nobody's going to want him, obviously. And probably the same thing with Jeff Skinner. Got no trade value. It's just abysmal his trade value. So hopefully we can get through a season with these guys and then move on from them in the offseason, because I still think they can be solid contributors for us. And what we need to find is some good young defensemen. 6th, I'm just going to keep trying to bump it up until we actually get it to go through. A 5th from the Devils. Rejected. All right, it's going to have to be a 4th, which sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. Propose the trade. Trade accepted. So we have gotten Jacob Chychrun to the Buffalo Sabres, which is pretty darn exciting there. So best AHL lines doesn't matter to me, and we love to see it. That's one of the things is we are not in a cap crunch, nor are we close to a cap crunch, right? We don't really have anybody to re-sign. Like Victor Olofsson, I want to see how he sims before I give him 3 years at 1 year at whatever, right? Colin Miller, maybe we can get him back. Maybe we trade him. I don't know how good he's going to be, but I think we have a really, really solid defensive core here, guys. I need to turn off injuries because I do not want to be stopping the save every other freaking day for injuries. So I'm going to turn those off. Did not forget that. If you guys want to see any of the other rules, go ahead and pause it, but it's all pretty much the standard go-to there. So I'm staring at that Make Anderson, the number 2 goalie, which I have forgotten, but thankfully it's still there in the chat that I am reminding myself. Here we go, goaltenders. We're going to make Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen the starter. Hopefully they don't rotate it back. Hopefully he stays as the starter. I've never actually really had this or paid that much attention to it. There's a win. Okay, so we got 3 points. We've gotten a point out of every game so far this season. That's just the AHL lines, and there we go. So there's our first real loss. But we are 3-1-3, 4-1-3 to start the season, and 2nd place in the division. Now, too early to start celebrating, right? Against San Jose, we're going to win. We win against Seattle. We're going to lose to Detroit, which kind of hurts because that's a divisional opponent. But so far, things are going well. Teams want Mark Pysyk. I don't want to give up Mark Pysyk. There we go. We got on a little bit of a losing streak here, falling back down to earth. A lot of losses hitting hard. Good year for rookies, but I'm not worried about rookies this year. But we are 10-8-4 after 2 months. Dylan Cousins leads the team in points, and we are tied for a playoff spot with the Panthers. 2 points behind the Bruins for a divisional spot, which is actually massive. Actually, 3 points behind the Canadiens with 2 games in hand is more so what I'd want to see. Now, where are we lacking as far as points and goals? And Saad, Olofsson, Dahlin's a -5. Ooh, yikes. Defenseman Dahlin's a -5 and Chychrun's a -3. So Dahlin's putting up a mad amount of points, like a ridiculous amount of points. Just, you know, not quite what I wanted to see defensively from him. Forward-wise, yeah. So Cousins, Saad is actually doing really well. So if those of you maybe didn't like the Saad trade, looks like it's a good trade so far. Olofsson looking good. Hinostroza looks fine. Skinner with +3, 14 points. Love to see that. And one of the things, you know, I might want to do is trade for a rental goalie. Just find goalies, find anybody I can get, and just because I think a goalie is going to actually make a massive difference. So we'll find just all goalies in the league, sorting by overall, and then taking a look at the trade values that make the most sense. There's this one drop off for Sergei Bobrovsky, but I don't really want to take on that cap hit. Darcy Kemper is a guy that I could go after. Francouz, Nedeljkovic. Nedeljkovic is younger, but I think I'd like to go after Francouz. Honestly, I think the 84 is going to be a good upgrade. It's going to be better than what we have in Craig Anderson. And they don't need Francois. I don't know how to say his name. But they got Darcy Kemper, right? Darcy Kemper is fine. Francouz is on an expiring deal. So we will go ahead and offer them skaters matching the block. What do they want? Question is, I don't really have too much that I can just throw at them. I could throw Krebs at them or Isaac Rosen, but I don't want to gut every team just to trade for things like that. I mean, maybe a second from the Canucks to get this deal to go through. We'd have too many goalies. So that's fine. They need a backup goalie in return. They want Craig Anderson. We'll give them Craig Anderson and maybe a third. I'm going to try a third instead of a second just to hold on to those assets, you know, the higher valued ones as long as I can. So Craig Anderson and a third for Francouz. Rejected. Yeah, so it's going to have to be a second. It's a little bit disappointing. But we do have multiple seconds. We're going to give up the Canucks second, I think. And can we get like a 4th round pick? Their third? Swap goalies? Yeah, it's a bit off. I didn't expect to do too well there, but I get the 5th. Why not? Anderson in the second for Francouz in a 5th. Trade accepted. Beautiful. So we have upgraded our goaltending position, and I'm very happy about that. Let's go ahead and edit the lines. I do honestly want to check out our special teams. So we'll go ahead. How's Luukkonen doing? Luukkonen actually doing really well. So Francouz doing pretty okay. He's now going to be the starter for us, though. If I'm saying his name wrong and you're screaming at the screen, please let me know. I apologize. Brandon Saad does not fit our power play. Neither does Vinny. Why is Vinny Hinostroza here? Like, just why? All skaters. So who do I have right now? It's Tuck, Cousins, Skinner, Olofsson, Dahlin. That's fine. Thompson, Oposo, Butcher, Saad. Yeah, anybody else worth playing? Middlestat? You know what? We'll just throw Middlestat on there. Why not? We want him to grow. Penalty kill. Penalty kill looks really good, so I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch that penalty kill. But we did upgrade the goaltender position after 2 months. It probably wasn't the area that we needed to upgrade that was like holding us back. I mean, it's just an area that, well, I shouldn't say we didn't need to upgrade it. I think it wasn't the reason we aren't that great. We're just a mech team. But let's take a look at the Colorado Avalanche. Take a look at their goalies. Craig Anderson was honestly doing really well. If I had to look at it, he's doing really well. But we got the upgrade where we got the upgrade, and that's what I mean. Like, we didn't need to upgrade. It's not like, oh my God, this team is good except for the goaltending. But it's just, we just got a much, much better goaltender. So let's go ahead, get up to January 1st. We can take a look at some of those contract extensions as we win and get a shootout loss. That's another point. If we can scrape our way into the playoffs, I'd be super pumped about that. And some wins, some points. I'll take the points when we can get a point. There's some wins. There's a point, right? 3 out of 4 makes me happy. Back-to-back losses don't. 3 straight losses, but we followed up with back-to-back wins. We are now 16, 13, and 7. What's up, Buffalo Gaming? What's up? How are you doing? So we are 1 point out of the playoffs with a game in hand on Montreal, which is looking very good right now. Honestly, I did not expect to be this close. And the plus minuses are pretty much fixing themselves. The bottom 6 does need an upgrade, but you know, we can upgrade that in a minute. Well, throughout the season. But Jeff Skinner's doing well. Dylan Cousins is doing really, really well. He's up to an 85 overall. How is Olofsson doing? He's an 83. Tuck is an 85. Thompson's still an 82. Surprisingly, yeah, honestly, Dylan Cousins is a really good player to have in franchise mode. You are 100% right. I know in years past he's not been good, but I think whatever they did to boost him has helped him out quite a bit. Casey Middlestat now up to a 78. He's growing a little bit. I hope the Sabres are good enough to get more love in the future. But Dahlin is now an 87. Jacob Chikrin still doing solid with an 86. Will Butcher's actually having a good season. Hag and Miller, they're okay, right? They're not doing great. But I'm very happy with how this team is looking. We probably still do need to upgrade our defensive core just a bit. But there's only so much we can do there. So I think we'll just go ahead and continue to simulate. I don't think I want to give a contract extension to Olofsson just yet. Here is the big, long All-Star break. Well, not All-Star break. Olympic break that never ended up actually happening. There's a loss. There we go. Big win there, though, too. And one of the things is this season, if we make the playoffs, that's phenomenal. If we don't, all I want to see is guys like Cousins and Middlestat and Tuck and Thompson start to grow really, really well as we all of a sudden have found our groove here in 2022. And we just had a ridiculous month. All right, so San Jose, Montreal. So we went 0-1, 2-1, 2-1-1, 3-1-1, 4-1-1, 5-1-1, 5-1-2, 6-1-2, 7-1-2, 8-1-2, 9-1-2, and 10-1-2 in the month of January. And that puts us 2 points back from the Boston Bruins for first place in the division. What a tight division we have here, guys. Holy smokes. How bad do I think the Sabres will be beat in real life today? I don't know who they're playing. I don't remember who they're playing. Today's game is against the Colorado Avalanche. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna fare too well. Really don't think they're gonna do too hot. That's not a good matchup for them. It's not many matchups are good for them. Anyway, looking at the Atlantic Division here, we are in 4th place, and honestly, I don't really want to change too much. The team looks good, and I like it. I like the team. I like the way things are going. Cousins is up to an 87. Holy smokes, Cousins' growth. He started the season as what, like an 83? So he's already gone up 4 overall, and we haven't even played 50 games. Middlestat's up 1. Thompson hasn't grown, which is a little bit disappointing considering, you know, I'd like to see him grow. Actually, moving Tuck onto the second line gets us a +1 there. And can anybody on this line take faceoffs? Well, Tuck can play second line center, right? We'll play Thompson up there with Cousins and Skinner. And I mean, Tuck has been fine. Actually, Tuck's been really good. But I do want to get these guys to grow a little bit. So I'm going to give them a little bit more ice time. But some contract extensions to look at. Victor Olofsson, Colin Miller, Will Butcher. I think he's actually having a good season, and I think he fits the he's balanced shoot. That's kind of okay. He's a good third liner. Goaltending wise, Francouz Subban, Malcolm Subban, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, definitely going to offer him a contract extension. We'll give him 3 years at, what does he want? 2 years? Actually, yeah, let's give him 2 years at $2 million, right? 215, because we're only doing this for 3 years, so we're already in season 1. Francouz, we'll give you a, we'll wait and decide what we want to do there. Aaron Dell, oh my God, so many goalies, but that's just because the Sabres have had so many injuries. Forward wise, it's really Victor Olofsson and then nobody else. Victor Olofsson, ooh, he's kind of going up in price, isn't he? I could have got him at like $4 million to start the season, I think. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something around there. But let's get up to the trade deadline here, see where we're sitting and what kind of moves we can make to potentially make some noise in the playoffs. And Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is going to take the 2-year, $2 million deal. So that's good for us. And we lose in overtime against the Vegas Golden Knights, but that's good enough to keep us in the playoffs positions. And winning in a shootout there is really good. Losing to Toronto is really bad, but beating Minnesota and LA, we seem to do well against the West, which I think is going to bode well if we make the Stanley Cup Finals, but I don't think we're making the Stanley Cup Finals in year 1 after back-to-back. Oh my God, we have 70 points, and 70 points is good enough for a spot in the Metro. It's good enough for a wild card in the West, and it's good enough for second in the Central. But we just have to be in that damn Atlantic Division where, guys, I mean, we got a game in hand on the Bruins. We got a 2 in hand on the Panthers and 3 in hand on the Canadiens. 2 in hand on the Panthers. If we win those 2 in hand, we're ahead of them. Actually, no, we're not ahead of them, but we're tied with them. And if we win our one of our 3 games in hand against the Canadiens, we're in a playoff spot. But the Blue Jackets are chasing us-ish. But I do think we do need to upgrade that defensive core. I do. Olofsson, Saad, Tuck's doing well. Thompson is doing well. He's not really growing, so I don't know if I want to mess up what I had going with Tuck on the top line. But, I mean, Skinner's got 20 goals, 43 points. He's having a really good season for a guy who's making $9 million. Probably not what I would have expected, but Dylan Cousins still an 87. He didn't jump up miraculously in between then and now. But everybody's doing pretty well. There's not a lot of spots that I would like to change. I just kind of had to change that second line because it was a minus. Butcher and Pissick are our minuses. Hags even. But Dahlin with 44 points in 60 games played. He's, like I said, up to an 87, doing really well, playing with Jacob Chikrin. So we are happy about that. But I do think we need to find somebody for that middle pairing. I like looking at the defensive core. It can't be Hag. It just can't be Hag and Miller anymore. It could be Pissick. Pissick is a -3 though, right? So like finding a guy to fit that middle pairing is probably what we need to do. Another investment in the defensive core. So we will advance the day and we will get into the deadline and call ourselves, you know what? I'm going to call us a conservative buyer. I want to be a buyer, but I also don't want to just mortgage the future. I mean, we only have to be here for 3 years, right? But I would like to available to have some longevity here. John Klingberg is the kind of guy. A first, a second in Bjork. Sign me up for this deal. Sign me up for this deal. Expiring John Klingberg. We can talk about him in the offseason, but a first, a second from next year, and then Anders Bjork, who's not even playing. Sign me up. Jacob Bryson gets sent down, but I am fine with that. And he is now off the board. Erik Karlsson. Could make a move for him. Take a first, Saad, Tuck in a second, Rosanna second, and Saad. No, Luukkonen. No. Okay, so I do like that John Klingberg trade a lot. The expiring deal gives us a lot of flexibility. Andrew Kopp is on the block too. What would it take to bring in Andrew Kopp? Tuck, Asplund. Okay, yeah, no, it's looking like, man, that we got an absolute steal for John Klingberg. We absolutely got a steal. I know we gave up a first, but did we get a steal? Did we ever? Joe Pavelski, pretty low to have an 87 elite. a second, a third, and Ruotsalainen. Krebs a fourth and a fifth. Middlestat a fourth and a fifth. Roseanne, Ruotsalainen in a sixth. And then a second, a third, and Ruotsalainen. I think I might do the second and the third and Ruotsalainen. Like I said, draft picks are at a... We don't need them. I'm not going to draft for the future. We're here for 3 years, and we got to win a cup. I'm going to do this deal. We're going to get Joe Pavelski now. And I think those are the trades I'm going to make. I like the way we're going to look here in just a second. But taking a look at the forward core, it is now Dylan Cousins, Joe Pavelski, Tuck, Olofsson, Skinner, Thompson, Sada, Poso, Hinostroza, Asplund, Gergensons, Jankowski. Pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, for what we started with to where we're at, I'm pretty happy with it. Defensively, we've got Dahlin, Klingberg, Chychrun, Miller, Butcher, Hag, / Pissick, whoever it may be. But, oh my word. 87, 86, 86, 82, 81, 79. I'm very happy with this. And in goal, we still have Francouz and a first round pick. So I am very, very satisfied there. So let's go ahead, exit out of the trade deadline. And one thing I just noticed is that we are 30, 20, and 10. So we are exactly perfect. That's a very, very satisfying record to look at. But we do need to improve a little bit, which is why I did bring in Joe Pavelski. He's got that X factor. Let's do the head coach preferred lines. Don't know why it's like the way it... Don't know why it is the way it is, but Hinostroza there, Thompson there, Jeff Skinner up. Who do we actually want to move down? Is it Saad? Yeah, moving Saad onto the third line would be good for us. Olofsson, Thompson, Tuck gets a +1. Skinner, Cousins, Pavelski gets a +1. Saad, Hinostroza, Oposo gets a +1. And Kajula, Jankowski, and Gergensons get the -1, but it's fine. It's whatever. Dahlin, Klingberg, Chychrun, Miller. What if we did get a -2? Moving. Klingberg and Pissick. Klingberg doesn't fit the second line at all. Holy smokes. Butcher and Chychrun. Oh god, that's even worse. Yikes. So Chychrun, yeah, I hate the hold the line and cycle, and nobody's got hold the line and cycle. It's shoot, something shoot is what you want all the time. Although Dahlin's got pinch cycle, so I'm not moving Dahlin down because he's having an insane season. John Klingberg is good. Chychrun and Pissick are fine, and then Butcher and Miller. I'm honestly fine with this. I could flip-flop and move Klingberg with Pissick and get the +2, which is what I think I will do. Klingberg will hopefully help out that middle guys of scoring and whatnot. So scratch. We've got Middlestat, Hag, and Asplund. Who doesn't fit? Gergensons actually fits the worst, so we will scratch him for Casey Middlestat. Yes, Casey Middlestat, come on in. And then Middlestat up for Oposo? No, definitely not. Middlestat playing fourth line center works for me, and I'm happy with it. Let's go ahead and finish out the season here, guys. Hopefully Joe Pavelski and John Klingberg will help us out. Let's get to the last 5 games of the season because that could be important. Let's get up to the actually last 6 as we play Ottawa. We get a point there against Vancouver, which is good. A loss, though, but followed up by 2 straight wins, 3 straight wins. A loss, though. We beat Nashville. We lose to Florida. We beat Carolina, who are a really good team. Getting points there is fine by me. Beating the Lightning, getting a point against... Man, we are getting a lot of points, aren't we? Holy smokes. And we have 91 points now. It's pretty... Oh, my God. I was going to say safely in a divisional spot, but we are not safe at all. We are 39, 24, and 13. We are a scrappy team. But 91 points puts us 2 points behind the Lightning for second. But the Maple Leafs are hot on our tails. We do have a game in hand. And the Canadiens, we have got 2 games in hand on. So our games in hand have been very, very helpful for us. And the Panthers, 2 points behind us, but they don't have a game in hand, which is great. Against Ottawa, we are going to win with a 3-0 shutout victory. We love it. Against the Devils, we lose 2-1 and fall into a wild card spot. And now we are in limbo, but we have kind of distanced ourselves from the Panthers, who do have a game in hand. So if they win that game in hand, we can start to sweat a bit more. Against the Islanders, we lose that one, and it's not great. Not great at all. We still have a game in hand on the Canadiens. The Leafs we're still only 2 points behind the Lightning, and we play the Canadiens coming up here. Oh my word. This is one you got circled on your calendar right now, guys. What a massive game this is going to be. Both teams sitting at 93 points. We've got a game in hand on them, and it's massive for playoff implications as the Panthers are 1 point behind both We absolutely need to win this game. Are we going to? I don't know. We lose 6-3 and are now only 1 point ahead of the Panthers with the even amount of games played. We play Boston, who are top of the division, and then the Chicago Blackhawks, who are in a wild card hunt, sort of. Holy smokes. This is insane. This is a ridiculous end of the season. Can we make the playoffs? We need to beat Boston. We need to beat Boston. We lose in overtime, and now the Panthers control their own destiny and tell me we're going to choke our way out of the playoffs. We just need to make the playoffs. Oh my God, it's not over yet. But we just need help. The Panthers cannot win their next game if we win our game. We need to beat Chicago. Please beat Chicago. We lose and seal our fate out of the playoffs. What a titanic just collapse. You needed one win out of here, and we would have made the playoffs. If we beat Boston in overtime, if we don't lose 2-1 to the Devils, if we win any of these games here, we're in the playoffs. Any of these last 5 games, we went 0-4-1 in our last 5 and choked our way out of the playoffs. Projected picks, we still have Florida's pick at 21, so we can still get a good player at 21. We can still get somebody who's maybe worthwhile there. But other than that, I'm going to sim through the draft because these draft picks don't necessarily matter. Sim to pick 21. There's some medium top 6 forwards here. Justin Cote is 4 years away. Goalie, NHL. Oh, wow. So when you leave your scouts, when you let them do their own thing, they are not very good at. This guy's 2 years away. That Ty Wilcox is 2 years away. Interesting. No way. He's not no way. He's close to NHL ready. We only have 1 bar. It can't even be close, right? Medium top 6. Oh boy. Lamoureux. I think I'm going to take the safe pick, guys. I think I'm going to take Ty Wilcox. He's 2 years away from the NHL. Maybe he'll be ready in a minute or two. 69 overall sniper with, holy smokes, 94s in the shooting category. And I believe he's American. I believe he played in the USA. Yes, he did. So I will sign him. We'll play him in the AHL. And there we go. We're done with the draft. That was quick and easy. I kind of like having no draft picks of importance. And here we go. Simming to the re-sign phase. What does he want to come back? 1 year at 6.5 million? Deal. Done. John Klingberg wants to come back. He wants... I will give him 2 years at 5.75. Sure. Done. Victor Olofsson, we will qualify and sign him because he had a good season. I just don't know how good it was. I'll give him 2 years, 5 million, I think, and that should be fine. I know I'm handing out money like it's nothing, but we have 30 million in cap space. I'm gonna let Subban walk, release him. What does Francouz want? Wants 4 million. I'm sure I could find a better goalie than him for 4 million. Dustin Tokarski is back. Will Butcher is back. Olofsson's back. Pavelski's back. Klingberg's back. Hauser's back. We are happy. Colin Miller, we will release him. Vinny Hinostroza does not want an extension, and I'm not going to bother haggling with him. Jacob Bryson, we will bring back. Hopefully they all just say yes. Bryson, Pissick, Kajula, Hayden. Davidson doesn't want to come back. That's fine. You can leave. Isaac Rosen and Ty Wilcox. There we go. Brandon Davidson, goodbye. Did I just see that right? That was that Isaac Rosen or Ty Wilcox that are the X Factor? Isaac Rosen is an X Factor. Would you look at that? And Ty Wilcox is not. But Isaac Rosen with his tape-to-tape X Factor. Crazy. I get it. The first thing I want to do is offer Dylan Cousins a contract extension. I'll give him 2 years at 7.25, saving myself as much money as possible because this is only a 3-year rebuild. Joe Pavelski, can't re-sign him. All right, all expiring contracts, Cousins, Tage Thompson. We'll wait on Tage Thompson, though. We don't have too many years left either, so we can make some bigger splashes here, too. We have this season and next season, and then we're done. Brock Besser is an option, and with 13 million in cap space this season, he's an RFA. Unfortunate. Patrice Bergeron, bring him in just for a run. I mean, Nazem Kadri wants 10 million. Philip Forsberg. The great X factor too. I think defenseman is more so a need. Is it a need though? It's not. Probably no. I don't think it is. I don't think we need to splash that much on him. I mean, maybe an Anton Stralman, maybe a Braun, Justin Braun, a defensive defenseman, really good. I'm actually gonna sign him for $2 million, 1 year, $2 million, which leaves us with another $11 million in cap space, and I need a starting goaltender. I need a starting goaltender. Darcy Kemper and Francouz. We know Francouz was fine for us. How did he do, actually? 905 and a 282. Not great. Greg Anderson was actually doing better than he was, to be fair. But Darcy Kemper looks really good. Can I give you 2 years at 4.8, 4.9? I do really want to go out and get a top forward, but I don't think we need that, especially with Joe Pavelski back. Maybe the money I spent on Joe Pavelski could have been spent somewhere else, but is probably going to be as close to an absolute win. Look at the Jeff Skinner's an 85 now. Jeff Skinner is an 85 overall, and he's definitely got value at that 9 million even. You know, at that 9 million, like, we can get a second round pick out of the Anaheim Ducks. We can get Keith Yandel. Give me the second round pick out of the Ducks. I'm sorry, Skinner, but I'm gonna take this deal, because then we can go out and sign Philip Forsberg for the same price, and he's 2 overall better with X factors, and he's not likely to drop off. We now have 22 million in cap space. Sign free agents. We will go after Philip Forsberg, offer him a contract. We'll give him 8.9 for 7 years. Why not? Just make sure he gets here. I'm super pumped about this deal, though. We're basically 1-for-1 Forsberg. So we're trading Skinner for Forsberg, a second, and something. I don't know what else that other thing was, but Cousins extended, Kemper accepted. Beautiful. Coaching staff. We are going to be even closer this season. Trudeau, welcome to the team. And Philip Forsberg, welcome to the team. Let's go. Kyle Oposo, 6 million. So we flip-flop thirds. Oh my goodness. In real life, it's impossible. I don't think it's impossible for the Sabres to rebuild in real life. I think they're definitely on the right track right now. I think they got a lot of exciting talent. And with 3 first-round picks, there's a lot more coming. Owen Power, Isaac Rosen, Jack Quinn, JJ Peterka, Peyton Krebs, give him another year, right? There's a lot to be excited about in Buffalo right now. But I'm going to take this trade for Kyle Oposo and clear up even more cap space. Honestly, guys, we are clearing up a ton of cap space, and that's why you hold on to the players and give them a ton of ice time and give them options around them, right? Jeff Skinner was a guy that was an 82, had negative value, basically. Now we flipped him for a second. Kyle Oposo just got flipped with flip-flopping thirds, and we have 14 million in cap space, and we can now go after another good player. Like, there's still plenty of good players on the board. A guy like Andre Palat for a year would be a good guy to go after. I mean, a defenseman too? Do we need defensemen though? Do we need defensemen is the question. I don't think we do. But I would love to see one of these guys lower their asking price, like Palat. Palat would be a great guy to go after. He wants 4 years though, and I don't know if I want to do that. Andrei Burakovsky is a sniper. Andre Palat is just so well-rounded. I'm going to go after Andre Palat. I'm going to do it. I think he fits exactly what we need. I'm going to give him $5.5 million, give him a little bit more than he asked for. And Cousins is signed next season now too. So we're just going to send him to next season. Brandon Saad declined. Actually, they want to give us another second for Saad? He's an 82. I mean, yeah, he's good. He's not old. Is he? Does he fit? He fits pretty much anywhere. I'm going to decline the trade. I think Saad's the kind of guy I'm going to keep around, at least for a little bit. No, stop. Andre Palat is now a member of the Buffalo Sabres. And here we go. Lines, a +2 with Forsberg, Cousins, Tuck. Palat, Pavelski, Thompson, Middlestat grew to an 83. Paige Thompson's an 84. And what a 1-year turnaround. Guys, go look at the beginning of this video or the stream and go look at what we started with and where we are just 1 year later. Wow. And scratched. Peyton Krebs at an 80 is scratched. Who are we going to scratch? Zemgus Girgensons is going to get scratched for Peyton Krebs. Yes, go ahead and do that. We'll let Peyton Krebs play on the fourth line. Why not? He's a third line scorer, scorers, second line. Yeah, they're all fine. Holy smokes. And then defensively, Dahlin, Klingberg, Chikrin, Braun, Butcher, Pissick. Oh, baby. I'm loving this. Butcher up here. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. We're getting +2 evens and a +1 there. And then tell me, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's now an 85 overall. We have an 85 and an 86 and a really good coach to boot. I'm nervous now because I feel like this is our window. This is our shot. This team is so good, and we lose the season opener. Oh, we lose the first 4 games of the season. There we go. We finally get our first win, but we start 1-5, 2-5 to start the season. That is brutal. Forsberg is a dime machine though, and gets dimes like it's his job. I guess I should say apples. I've been playing a lot of 2K lately, so I'm in the basketball mindset. A lot of apples for Philip Forsberg. There we go. Okay, so we're starting to find our legs here. I'm not trading Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for 2 seconds. Get out of here with that nonsense. Detroit, we win. Oh God, okay, we're looking a little bit better. We're still, oh God, we're so far out of the playoffs right now. We need to get hot and fast. I mean, we have 3 games in hand on them, right? So 6 points would put us at 25. So we'd be really close if we won those 3 games in hand, but something's not clicking the way we expected it to. The roster got 1,000 times better, but the record did not. Forward-wise, what's not? Palat, Olofsson, Thompson. Those guys are not doing well. Krebs has got 10 points there. -7 for Middlestat, -7 for Saad. There it is. I found our issue. And defensively, it's Dahlin and Butcher and so Dahlin and Hey, what's up, Lucky McKinnon? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I see this is your first time here. Let's go ahead and flip-flop these 2 guys. Put Chikrin on the second pairing. Offensively, AC middle. Yeah, the third line is getting absolutely slaughtered. Maximize Jack Eichel. Oh, you're doing good? That's good. Or are you just calling me a goof? I'm gonna move Saad down to the fourth line, move Peyton Krebs up, because Krebs honestly deserves it. Lots of -2, but the line is doing okay, I guess. What if I move Olofsson up? Yeah, it was maximize Jack Eichel, but now, yeah, you just can't do that anymore. That's not the way it works. Joe Pavelski actually moving. I might do this. I might do this. And then Tage Thompson up here, play center. Yeah, so Forsberg, Cousins, Pavelski, Palat, Thompson, Tuck, Krebs, Middlestat, Olofsson, Saad, Kajula, Asplund. Defensively is Dahlin and Klingberg, Chikrin, Butcher. So hopefully that'll help us get hot here. And again, we have so many games in hand on the teams ahead of us. I'm honestly surprised. All right, let's go ahead and simulate another month. December 1st, the qualified RFAs, and beautiful. There we go, back-to-back wins. I am doing RyeBread's Rapid Rebuilds, episode 1 with the Buffalo Sabres. So we are doing our first rapid rebuild where we have 3 years to win the Stanley Cup, or we chalk it up to an L. And oh my God, speaking of L's, we can't stop catching them. Guys, stop catching L's. Get the, Jesus Christ. What is the issue with the team? Oh my God, we lost 10-2 to Detroit. The team is so much better than last year, but it's performing so much worse. And is it the goaltending? Holy shit, it's the goaltending. Oh my God, they are awful. Our goaltenders are putrid. The whole team is performing like trash. Oh my God. I just don't understand what is going on here to cause this kind of just failure. I just don't get it. And we're now at the bottom of the Atlantic, just like the Titanic. Ha ha ha. A very funny joke. I know, it's all the time. This is, I'm just gonna keep simulating, guys. I don't know what I can change here. Maybe it's the coach, but I doubt there's gonna be any. We lose 4-0, but we do win, followed by a loss. We beat Toronto. We cannot. God, what is with this team? I'm getting rid of this coach. Screw this coach, guys. He is awful. I mean, I put together the best team that the Sabres have seen in years, and Trudeau, yeah, no wonder it's Trudeau sucks. Do we have a coach that's going to fit us well? Terrell Russell. We're just going to bring him in. Hopefully he can right the ship for a year, and then we'll figure out something to do in the final year, because we're not making the playoffs unless we get insanely hot right now. Trudeau he's done. He's out. Fuck you, Jerome. Goodbye. We're gonna promote Clarkson to the interim head coach, and we'll see how we do. I think I'm gonna leave the lines the way they are, just because I like the lines. Pavelski up, yeah, why not? We'll just go with pure ratings at this point. Krebs is now an 81, which is good to see. But, I mean, the rest of the team is not playing well at all. Oh, so we'll go ahead here, go up to the trade deadline, sell off all of our older pieces, unless we just win every game. Okay, our new coach is here, and we lose in overtime. That's good to see. We got a point, and then we lose again. Oh. I'm going to lose my mind. I don't understand what's so bad about our team. We get a +2 here. Yo, Lucky McKinnon, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's see, Krebs. I mean, how is it? It's just awful all the way around. Darlene, oh my God, Chikrin and Butcher. Good God. Oh my God. I don't understand. This is called NHL 22. This is a franchise mode. I'm sure. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. But anyway, this is just brutal. Anyway, let's just get up to the trade deadline. This season has been an unmitigated disaster. I go all in, and it blows up in our face. But we go on a bit of a point streak, I guess, and I'm not even talking about this season anymore. This is pathetic. How on earth are we doing this poorly? I don't know. I'm out of words, guys, and you know I talk a lot. I'm never out of words. 53 points. How does this team have 53 points on the season? Tell you how, the goaltenders. They've been absolutely awful. The defensive core is good. I mean, John Klingberg has been great. Will Butcher has been awful. There is no answer right now with this. Lavoie for Justin Braun. He's not going to be ready in time for next season. We just need guys that are going to be here next season. Advance the day. We're a seller. Sell it all. Get rid of everything. Get all the future players for next season that we can. Find a trade for Joe Pavelski. Zari made his way to Detroit. Was he? No, Zari. No, he was in Calgary. He must have gotten traded at some point. Let's see here. Does anybody here? I mean, we could trade for Brock Besser. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. What would it take to get Brock Besser here? Right wingers. Do they want Joe Pavelski for Brock Besser? Be over the league maximum salary cap. Well, good news for you. I can retain salary for the rest of this season. Yeah, this is so upsetting, man. Because we put together a really, really good team, too. It's just kind of crazy that it hasn't worked out like this. Palat's still around for a while. Dylan Cousins is getting an extension. I would throw in Braun. Thompson, I'll probably... oh, God. No, it's just not going to work for Brock Besser. Not top 10. Not all teams available. Available, please. Thank you. Darcy Kemper. Get rid of him because I do not want him around anymore. Connor Brown could be a decent player to pick up. Connor Brown, edit the trade. He's making $3.6 million. So it's not a tremendous contract, but an 84 second line forward. It's a guy who's pretty good. Buffalo. Oh yeah, they could have been good last year, but everything kind of fell apart on them. I thought it was going to be an exciting year, and that was just the year everything blew up in their face. Kind of sad to watch, but we're going to accept this Connor Brown trade. We're going to call up Tokarski, whatever. Marc-Andre Fleury, we don't need him. We're going to need a backup goaltender. Kylington, what would it take to get Kylington? Will Butcher a third and Tage Thompson, or Connor Brown a third and Rasmus Asplund? I'd like to give up something other than Tage Thompson, to be honest. I like Tage Thompson. You guys want Joe Pavelski instead? To be over the league maximum salary cap. So we're going to go ahead and just retain half of Joe Pavelski's salary. 50%. There we go. How would they be over the league? Who do they have? Milan Lucic. I hate you so much right now, EA. Oh my God. I was just about to throw on Lucic in this deal. Kylington. Here we go. Offensive defenseman. What does GM name mean again? That's just the name that's going to appear up in the top right of your GM mode. When are you going to do a game? I don't play in these, Kai. I usually just simulate because it's just GM mode, so I just let them sim. I probably will end up playing once we finish this, but at least for one more season, I'm going to let it sim because I find it, more interesting because I would win every game every year if I played every game. They'd be over league maximum salary cap. Please give me Milan Lucic. Said nobody ever. I don't think I need to give up the third in this deal. Trade accepted. Beautiful. So we do now have Kylington, who's not going to help us out this season. We're going for that first overall pick, apparently. Anybody else here signed for multiple years? Had a point game player. Yeah, point per game players, when you find them, you get really excited about it. I know the feeling, right? Once you get that point per game player, like watching these guys just dominate and put up tons of points, like Taro Santavori is so good in my Anaheim Ducks franchise mode. Let's go ahead and check out here. Anybody down here that's worth medium elites, but not really. John Klingberg. Klingberg signed for 2 years, right? I'm not gonna get rid of him. So I think I've done all I'm gonna do. Kings said give me Lucic. That's true. They did, and they quickly regretted it. 2 years. No, I don't want to claim Matt Murray. He's an 83 at 6 point. I mean, if he had 1 year left, I'd claim him just to play him, but I'm gonna decline that deal. Edit the lines. Here we go. Forsberg, Cousins, Tuck. Olofsson, Krebs, Thompson. I'm sorry, Thompson, not Tuck. Olofsson, Krebs, Tuck. Middlestat, Brown, Asplund, Sod, Gergensen. Oh, Palat is down here? No. We'll do this. Connor Bedard and Shane Wright never. Sometimes that's your scheme and your coach can give you that kind of situation. So let's see here. Scratch. Lucic and Kajula, fine with that. There we go. And Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen will be the starter for the rest of the season. So let's just get out of here because we're 20 points out of the playoffs. With 20 games to go, we got to pick up a point per game. We got to go absolutely bonkers if we're going to make the playoffs. And of course, we start off with a win, but there's the losses piling back up. And I'm glad I didn't give up this year's first because it's going to be a pretty damn high one. I can't intentionally tank as well as I did just this season. Like, I've never been able to put a team on the ice that just loses and just bottom of the NHL. Like, I've never been able to get close. Yet here we are trying to win, and we're going to be pretty damn close to the worst team in the league. Still better than the Canadiens, though, because the Canadiens are garbage. But we are probably, I think, the third worst team in the NHL. Let's go ahead, take a look at how things went this season. And it was a pretty disastrous season number 2. We have the 4th best odds at the lottery, which is exciting. Honestly, we could get a number 1 player, and there's some really good players here. But here we go. Philip Forsberg, 100% worth the money. Got 79 points in 82 games. Dylan Cousins with 72 in 82. Connor Brown with his profile picture is so weird. The perspective is way off. Andre Palat was trash. Tuck was not good. Klingberg was really good. So it was just weird to see so many players just not do well. I mean, Dahlin didn't do well. Maybe I should have brought Jans back. Who knew? But taking a look at the goaltenders now. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen definitely bounced back. Karski is not an NHL goaltender, so I wasn't worried about it. But we are now ready for the offseason year number 2. The last offseason we can use to make anything happen. This is our last chance. We're going into our last chance right here, right now. This is it. This is it. Important, I would definitely say, as a Kings fan, you should be excited. They have a ridiculously good draft pool, or prospect pool, just by not screwing up. The Kings have one of the better prospect pools in the NHL because they didn't screw any of their picks. They didn't overthink it. They just went with the best players, and they've got so many good players available. And we are not going to win the lottery, which is a little bit upsetting. Oh wow, that's so much nicer. Anyway, Montreal is going to win it from 2-1. New Jersey moves up from 3-2. The Islanders move from 1-3, and we're going to stay at 4. But we are still a top 5 pick, so we're going to get a good player. Holy smokes, that's a lot of coaches, blah, 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 blah. Ducks, that is, oh God, Zegras is so good, isn't he? I mean, I know as a Kings fan, it's probably not fun to admit, but Zegras is insanely good. And he is just so fun to watch. Taking a look at the draft board, though, we have the 4th overall pick and a couple seconds, so we could maybe move up, maybe get a 1st overall. Taking a look at the draft class, what do we have here? Connor Bedard is available. Right now, we're looking at Tyler Bickle, who's NHL ready as a 2-way forward, and then there's Colin Vesey, who's 1 year away. So we probably would take Tyler Bickle. There's also Vesa Eskalainen, but we don't need defensemen. Connor Bedard. I would maybe like to see what it would take for me to go up and get Connor Bedard. So let's go ahead, start the draft. The Montreal Canadiens have the 1st overall pick, so let's go call Montreal. Montreal, hello. Would you like to give me the 1st overall pick? Would like a lot for the 1st overall pick. I would like to counter your offer with a boatload of seconds. Dylan Cousins stays. Roseanne can go. He's a 74. He's not going to be much for us. How about a second? How about a couple seconds? 3 seconds for your 1st overall? Woefully? Come on. Not woeful. Like, don't hit me with the woefully. How about this? 2 firsts isn't where it needs to be. Okay, how about 2 more seconds? Oh yeah, Turcotte and Byfield too far off, huh? They aren't gonna let me get up to 1st overall, are they? I can give up Kylington, maybe? I mean, he's not gonna get the deal done, I don't think. I'm not gonna give up Klingberg. I mean, Kylington, this isn't worth it because Bedard's not gonna be good enough unless I'm just giving up futures. It's not worth it. I mean, Wilcox probably is not gonna be ready for this upcoming season, so I'll throw him in the deal too. Okay. I will throw in, fine, I'll throw in a 1st after this 1st. How about 3 firsts in Roseanne? Wow, okay, we'll make it 4 firsts. 1 more 1st. Just because, why not? We finally got it. So 4 firsts and Isaac Roseanne for the 1st overall pick. And I don't really care because this is the final season. Connor Bedard, welcome to the Buffalo Sabres. 79 overall, medium franchise with wheels. He's insane. He is going to be good, and he is going to play for us immediately. He is going to play for us immediately. I know I gave up a lot, but it's just futures. It's not actual players. He's going to step in. He's going to play on the 3rd line. It's going to be insane. All right, so now we just send the entire draft. Ta-da, done. The Sabres are down 2-1 only to the Avalanche, which I'm impressed by. Oh, and here we go, the re-sign phase. 2 expired head coaches. Okay, how much cap space do we have? Today, take a look at what happened. Bryson's back, Fitzgerald's back, Samuelson's back, Tokarski wants to be in the NHL. Gergensons didn't like his minutes. Kajula's not happy with his minutes. Tage Thompson, Kylington, Hauser. Nope. Okay. That's fine. All these guys are back. And Connor Bedard has dreamed of playing for the Buffalo Sabres. We love to hear that. We absolutely love that. Oh, snap. If we give him like 3 years, we can give him like 14 million. I love that. And that's way over asking too. And that still leaves us 2.8 to go find a backup goalie. Like Georgiev. You can go after Georgiev or Riddick. I'll go after Georgiev and just give him exactly what he wants. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna go after Pasternak. I know it was quiet there, but we're gonna go after him. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Georgiev accepted his contract. Pasternak is gonna reject us. Why would he go to Philly? You know Philly sucks, right? Max Pacioretty is the best free agent available, and I'm gonna go after him. Why not, right? We need to go all in. It's really what we got to do right now. Give him 1 year, $8 million. And Pacioretty's here, so guys, let's catch up to the next season. Here we are, ready to start the final season that we have available to us with a pretty darn good roster. Not sure what happened to a lot of our players, but why is John Hayden here? That I don't know. Let's go check the roster moves, because I know there's better players than what we're staring at here. And apparently I'm just wrong. It's okay though. Ugo Pekalukinen's an 88. Love that. Love to see it. So Palat's still here. He's dropped off a bit. Krebs. There we go. We'll put Bedard on the third line. Oh, that's why. There we go. That makes more sense because Tuck is now on the third line, but I think he's fine on the third line. The first line of Forsberg, Cousins, Pacioretty is fine. Palat, Krebs, Olofsson, Saad. Thompson's an 83 though, and does he get us any better ratings? Saad will go down here. Play with Middlestat and Hayden. Thompson, Bedard, Tuck, Palat, Krebs, Olofsson, Forsberg, Cousins, Pacioretty. It doesn't feel as good of a roster as I remember, but oh my god, the -3 here. These two guys are awful. He likes hold the line and shoot. Seriously? Defense does hold the line and shoot. Pinch balance? No, he doesn't fit the third defensive pairing at all. Is there anybody in the world that fits the third defensive pairing? Balance, hold the line and cycle for these guys, but I'm not playing those guys. We'll just go head coach preferred lines here. I don't really care about the AHL. And I don't feel very confident about this season, guys. I just don't feel confident. I mean, who knows? It might end up better just because we don't have as many good players, which doesn't make any sense. But we will go ahead and get up to the start of the season here, and I don't want Colin Blackwell. I would like defensemen that fit the third defensive pairing, please. But we'll give Matthias Samuelsson and those guys on the third pairing a chance. Anyway, if it turns out that our third defensive pairing is the reason we don't win the cup, so be it. But we start the season off with back-to-back L's, 3 straight L's. Oh, this franchise is cursed. Oh, it's absolutely cursed. 2-4-1 to start. And okay, 3-5-1, not bad. Let's go another month. We get absolutely creamed by Boston. We beat. We're not. Oh god, man, we are not looking very good. Trevor Gillies, stop the simulation. Is he a better coach than the one? I don't. Is it coach? Is it roster? Is it both? We are currently. God, we are not going to make the playoffs again, are we? We are. It's just not gonna. What's it gonna take to get us, you know, oh my god. It's just awful right now. Connor Bedard, give him a first line ice time with Dylan Cousins. Why not? Pacioretty's a left wing. Sure, Bedard's gonna play the first line. We're gonna play this. Forsberg at center actually is better. Okay. Middlestat over Palat. Love that. Thompson. What about Krebs over Olofsson? No. Tuck over? Nope. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We're going to go wild. I'm going to get crazy with it. Kylington. There we go. We'll get the +1 on the second pairing because why not? We'll just... At this point, guys, I can't quite feel excited about this franchise mode. This has been a brutal experience of just no matter what talent I put on the ice, we just lose games. There we go. 2-1 since I made those line changes. 3-1. Okay, 3-2. 4-2. 5-2. Love it. Okay. 2 more wins. All right. Maybe we're just had to shuffle some of the lines. Maybe the talent was there. We just needed to shuffle the lines. And we are now in a wild card spot, it looks like, or at least fighting for one. And as I say that, we lose 3 fucking games in a row. 4 games in a row. Can we make it 5? No, we can't. We do win 3 straight after that, though. So here we are. Close, but not quite there. We haven't even made the playoffs yet, guys. But Dylan Cousins is about a point per game, so you love to see it up on that first line. Things are going much better than we had anticipated originally. Okay, so I got to keep a positive mental attitude here about this team. A loss there hurts a lot. Every loss is going to hurt quite a bit, but wins in division are huge. We need to stack wins together. We need to stack the wins. There we go. 2 wins to bounce back with it. There we go. We cannot have multiple losses in a row. We need to make it multiple wins, you know, and then whatever happens, happens. So a loss, we need to win. Can't lose to Montreal. Like, we cannot lose to these teams like this. And now we are so far out of the playoffs that I'm starting to worry that if we can make it, we need to catch our own damn division. I'm just gonna get to the trade deadline and see where we're at. I don't know what else I can do for this team. I don't know what assets I can give away or acquire that's going to make us a better roster. And I think it's just basically we need to get hot at the right moment here. And there we go. 4 straight wins is huge. 5 straight wins. 6, 7 straight wins. Oh, that's massive. 7 wins. And then followed up by 2 losses, but we bounced right back. Win this Winnipeg. Winning the Winnipeg game would have been huge. That would have put us at 70 points and feel a lot safer about it. But here we are at the deadline. And I feel like we're all in. We're all in. This is all in territory, guys. This is it. This is the moment. Jake Gensel's available. What is it going to take to bring him in here? Kylington, Thompson, Chikrin, Tuck, Forsberg. No. Okay. So we can't get him. Trouba, Torrey Krug. We don't really need defensemen, though, do we? Boone Jenner. Not exactly a guy that fills me with a lot of excitement at the deadline. Erik Karlsson. Kyrou, we can't use. Tomas Hertl. Wilcox, yeah, Wilcox in a second, except that trade done. Wilcox gone. He's just a prospect. Hertl, yep, is now a member of our team. Darcy Kemper is apparently sucking for Ottawa, and they want to get rid of him. Jakub Voracek. Voracek, can't get him in. Chris Letang, Sam Steele, not under contract. Connor Brown, very cheap at an 84. Yes. We'll move Bryson down. We do need some third pairing defensemen, though. We just need to... I don't have too many assets. Chris Letang would be a great guy to go after. No trades found for that. Kind of figured that, considering the cap situation. Rasmus Ristolainen, bring him back. Would take Tage Thompson, Tuck, or Palat. Palat. How good has Palat been this season? Because I feel like an upgrade at defense is worth it. He's been awful, and he's not been playing much. Give me the upgrade at defense. I will take that upgrade at defense as well. Oh, I hate EA. Please fix your game. It makes it so frustrating. This is a fun experience, but it just makes it so unbearable sometimes. Colin Miller, bring him back. No, thank you. Ryan Dumoulin is a defensive defenseman. What would it take to get him in? Thompson or Tuck? Not doing that. I like those guys too much. They've been good for us. They've been here since the beginning. I'm not giving them away. All right, what else we got? Hoffman, Mikiev, Stastny, no Appleton, Halak, Hornfist, Gardner. 81, Goligoski. He's a veteran. He's 38, but he's probably going to drop off as we go through the playoffs. Duncan Keith is definitely going to drop off as we go through the playoffs. Anton Strawman is going to drop off. Eric Johnson. Okay. He's probably too expensive for us. Is there some of these guys, like Sami Niku, what would it take to get him in here? A third? Done. Yeah, Samuelson goes down. Fine. And I feel like I just want to go get one more defenseman from this like bargain bin area down here. Dumoulin's making $3 million. It's probably a bit too much. Let's see. Who else is available? Duncan, okay. Walker, Sean Walker. No, can't get him in. Okay. Rocco Grimaldi. Yeah, he's a sniper. Just kidding. Mulligan. No. Carson Soucy's a defense. We can't get him in. Caleb Jones could come in for a 4th and sod. No, thank you. I'm going to keep this as is. You know what? I think we're good. I think we've made our trades at the deadline. I think we've gotten about as good as we can get here at the deadline, and we're going to be good to go moving forward. So let's go ahead and take a look at these lines. And Bedard is up. Holy smokes. Bedard is up to an 85 in his rookie season. Yes, please. Hurdle with Forsberg and Olofsson. How about Hurdle with Forsberg and Tuck? Forsberg at left wing, Tuck at right wing. Connor Brown at right wing. Olofsson, you know what? Olofsson, go ahead and play there. Hayden down for Krebs. Thompson up there. Tuck. Oh my goodness. Our team is loaded, guys. Connor Brown is a second line forward. Tuck is listed as a second. Tuck is doing well. Not a great plus minus, but things are going well. Tottenham is beating Man City. No, I hate that. I hate that. I'm a big City fan. So defensively, Dahlin, Klingberg, Chychrun, Ristolainen, Kylington, with Fitzgerald. Scratch. Wow, we have so many players now. John Hayden out. Casey Middlestat in. That's even. All right, Tage Thompson up here, like that. Connor Brown probably. Connor Brown's done so well. Yeah. It's not doing well up there in Everton, is it? Huh? You guys have been so up and down. It's crazy. Tuck. I think Tuck is okay. Connor Brown has got 29 points, which is I think more than Tuck. Tuck has 38. But he's played so much less ice time, actually. 2 minutes less. Thompson has been good, but he takes so many penalties. Olofsson is a big old minus. So what if we move Olofsson down here for Thompson? There we go. All right, so Cousins, Bedard, Pacioretty, flip-flop these guys. Forsberg with Hurdle and Tuck. Thompson, Krebs, Brown, Sad, Middlestat, and Olofsson. Dahlin, Klingberg, Chychrun, Risto, Kylington, and Fitzgerald. In goal, we still have Luukkonen and Georgiev. And Luukkonen has been fine. Georgiev has been good, too. So, whoo, it's time. It's time to make the playoff push. Hopefully, the trades have benefited the roster rather than hurt them. All right, last 5 games again. Let's get to it. We need to win games early and often, please. There we go. We can't beat the Senators, though. We can't beat our own division, which doesn't bode well for the postseason. Oh, there we go. So a couple wins in a row. There we go. Some big wins. A huge winning streak. Let's go. Let's put on a show. Oh, no. All right, we're winning some games. We're still hanging in there in the wild card race. It is tight. Have we? Oh, we're close. It looks like we're safe to make the playoffs, though. We are 8 points. So we are 7 points ahead of the Canadians with a game in hand on the Canadians. We'll advance past the Senators game here. Shoot. We lose against the Senators. Let's get to the last 3 games of the season. Here we go. Actually, let's just get to these last 2. We beat Columbus and we beat Montreal. Beating Montreal is massive, and we've clinched the playoffs for the first time in this rapid rebuild. We clinched the playoffs. First time in the entire series we've clinched the playoffs with 93 points and a good team to boot. 93 points would have been good enough for 3rd in the Metro, would have been good enough for a wild card spot in the West, in the Pacific, but also would have been good enough for 3rd in the Central. So we're just part of a damn good division. And since we're the worst team that made it, we have to face the Carolina Hurricanes in round number 1. Let's go ahead, take a look at the Carolina Hurricanes roster, see what they have, and hopefully our team decides to show up during the regular. Jeff Skinner, how's he doing? He's still an 85. He's done okay for them. 37 goals for them in their first season. Wow. Maybe we missed that. Anyway, Carolina Hurricanes. There they are. They have Teravainen, Aho, and Svechnikov. Tatar, Kotkaniemi, and Neckish. Lemieux, Martinook, and Jarvis. And then Ratcliffe, Cousins, and the other Svechnikov. So, pretty decent team. It's not amazing. And then their defensive core is really solid. And in goal, they've got Frederick Anderson, who's good. He's fine. But I think I'm excited about this team that we've got. Bedard already up to an 85 in his first season. Dylan Cousins up to an 88. And there's just so much talent all over this roster that we got to do it now or never. It's now or never. Here we go. First game in the playoffs of our rapid rebuild series against Carolina. Let's see how it goes. First period. Beautiful. Alex Tuck scores for us and gets us a 1-0 lead. Second period. 3-1. Pacioretty and Hurdle scoring. And Andrei Svechnikov scores for them. Third period is a 4-2 final. Cousins. And then Jarvis scores with 1 second left to make it look a little bit better. Beautiful, beautiful start to the postseason here. Let's get it underway in game number 2 on the road again after a solid 4-2 victory in game number 1. First period, we're down 2-0 thanks to Svechnikov's the only guy that scored for them this series. They've gotten 4 goals. He scored 3 of them. Second period, and there's Nick Cousins scoring for them. Third period, Svechnikov, and we get shut out. We get shut out as Svechnikov has now scored 4 of their 6 goals. And what line is Svechnikov on? He's obviously on their first line. What am I talking about? Maybe I want to move and just go with ratings in the postseason. So Bedard down, Forsberg, Pacioretty. Yeah, there we go. Cousins. Yeah, and I think we're good here. Otherwise, Tuck is here on the second line. +2 for Krebs being up there, and I think I'll do that. Tage Thompson can play center. Connor Brown can play left wing, right wing. There we go. Bedard is a center, so there we go. All right. Giving it a go. Giving it a big old go. Let's give it a shot, see what we got. All right, changing all the lines after a 4-0 shutout loss. Makes a little bit of sense. Simulate the game here. Let's go. On home ice in Buffalo, 1-1 in the series. First period, it's 1-0 Buffalo as Brandon Saad scores. Second period, Connor Brown and Brandon Saad again. Teuvo Teravainen on the power play. Third period, it's a 4-1 victory as Chychrun scores for us to give us a 4-1 lead. Beautiful. And back to Buffalo again. Up 2-1 in the series. Can we take a stronger lead in this series than we did? We've never been trailing, but let's see here. First period, all right, nothing. A defensive period for once. Second period, yes, Alex Tuck. Can we close it out in the third? We can, as Dylan Cousins gets us a 2-0 shutout victory. And we are 1 win away from beating the best team in the Eastern Conference. Let's go, boys. Game 5, up 3-1 in the series. First period, 1-1. Aho starts the scoring, but Casey Fitzgerald scores for us. Second period, Hylington scores and Svechnikov scores. Third period, and there we go. We have done it. Connor Brown and Jacob Chychrun get us to the second round of the playoffs, beating the best team in the East. The best team in the East just got eliminated by the worst playoff team in the East. They were 110 point. Wow, they were good. But like I said, they didn't really. Oh, we aren't the worst. No, we are the worst team. We're technically not. Actually, we're not technically the worst team because I saw Washington beneath us, but they got a divisional spot where we got the wild card spot. So technically, we're not the worst team in the playoffs, but we are the bottom seed. Let's go. Playoffs. Who are we taking on in round number 2? It is the New York Rangers, and it looks like we're going to have to work our way through the Metro. Like I said, we couldn't beat our own division, so this is actually better than what I would have expected. But they've got Panarin, Zibanejad, and Kako, Lafreniere, Hedl, and Kravtsov, Kreider, Getzlaf, and Dustin Brown, Barclay Goodrow, Alex Iafallo, and that's a good forward core. I still think ours is better. Defensively, they really have Fox and then a bunch of decent players, a bunch of bottom pairing guys. And then in goal, they got Igor Shesterkin, who's played pretty darn good. So we're going to leave the lines as is. We're going all out for the overalls here in the postseason. Let's go. First game on the road. We're never going to have home ice advantage, so let's go steal it back. First period, 1 start. Hertl and Bedard. Second period, Forsberg and Tuck on the power play. And the third period, no goals are scored, and we get a 1-0 lead in the series to start it out. Whew. All right. Game number 2 on the road. Solid first game. Let's see how it goes. First period, 1-0. We keep it rolling with Tage Thompson. Second period, 4 goals for the Rangers. 2 goals for us. Wow, what a period for the Rangers. They finally found their shot, and they came on hard and heavy. Third period, and we've tied it. Klingberg ties it, and we are going to go ahead and slow sim the overtime. Who will score the game winner, tying it up 1-1, or give Buffalo a 2-0 lead? And it's Dustin Brown tying it up 1-1 in overtime. That was a good game. Back and forth all the way into the bitter end. Now we head to Buffalo with an opportunity to take another series lead, another 1-game lead. Let's do it. This is a big game to win. First period, no goals were scored. Second period, 1 goal for the Rangers. And in the third period, no goals were scored and the Rangers get out. 1-0 winners. Back-to-back tight, close games. That one only had 1 goal scored. 1 goal went in. Can't blame the defense for that game. Down 2-1 in the series. Down in the series for the first time in these playoffs. We need to bounce back with a win on home ice and force a best of 3. Here we go. First period, down 2-0 as Iafallo and Panarin score. Second period, we scored 2, but they scored 2 with Getzlaf. And in the third, we mounted a comeback, but it just wasn't quite enough as Capo Caco scores there. Now, it might be time to take a look at the lines and edit them up a bit. So Krebs down. Tuck has been playing so well. And I think that's the change I'm going to be making is Tuck leads the team in points. So I'm going to move him up for sure. And there's not really much else I can do to make this team any better. That's just the one change I'm going to make. And we're now down 3-1 in the series with our playoff lives on the line and the series video almost being chalked up to an L, one loss away from this being an L of an episode. And we get the dub here, though. Keep our hopes alive. First period, down 2-1. Not a great start. Second period, no goals scored. And we're going to slow sim it now because we're on the brink of elimination with a power play opportunity to score. We cannot do it, but Rasmus Dahlin ties it for us. And there we go. It is 2-2 as Tomas Hertl scores. It is 3-2 now for your Buffalo Sabres, but Dustin Brown ties it for the New York Rangers. And it's 3-3, but Casey Fitzgerald scoring for your Buffalo Sabres to make it 4-3, keeping us alive and keeping us ahead. 3 minutes to go. I'm calling on you, UPL. 6 Ks for the dub. 4-3, and we're still alive. What a game. We bounce back after a 3-game skid. Can't have those kind of skids in the postseason, but now we need to turn it around. We've been so good. We've been so hot in this postseason. Can we keep it up? On home ice now. Fans behind us. Can we force 7? First period, 1-0. Second period, 2-1. Forsberg, Pacioretty, and Nicholas Lundqvist, the goal scorers here. 2-1 for your Buffalo Sabres with a power play to make it a 2-goal lead. And we can. Philip Forsberg scores for us with another power play opportunity. And Hedl scores right after that power play ended. It is 3-2 now, though. Thank goodness for that Forsberg insurance marker. A 1-goal lead, very narrow, as Hedl ties the game at 3 apiece. Next goal is absolutely massive. 1 minute to go. We are going to have overtime. And guys, that next goal is huge. We're going to jump in. We're going to give it a watch. Just take a look at, what is going to go on here. Let's go ahead, jump in, watch a massive game on home ice. Audio and visual settings. We want to set this to true broadcast. There we go. And we are ready to jump in and watch the overtime period of the Eastern Conference semifinals, where we are, honestly, we're so good. 95, 93 as our ratings. And here we go. The X Factors for the Rangers against the lack of X Factors for us. And Cousins is going to lose the draw to Zibanejad. Fox now with the puck. Fox going to dump it in deep. He's going to make Klingberg go back and play it. Klingberg going to get it out to Cousins. Cousins gets his stick lifted, but stays with the puck. He's got 3 on him. Forsberg now. It's a 2-on-2. Forsberg nudges off the puck. Pacioretty's shot is blocked. They're going to get it out. Capo Caco is going to get up out of the zone. And it is now Pacioretty breaking it into the Ranger zone. Pacioretty, what's he going to do with it? He's going to go down to the corner. He's going behind the net. He stops with it, finds the point. Klingberg's shot gets deflected into the corner. Forsberg, though, with the puck. Panarin fights him for it and wins the battle. Zibanejad dangles. Dahlin nudges him, but Zibanejad shakes it off. The puck finds Panarin. Panarin's shot saved by Luukkonen in tight to his glove. Woo! And it's 3-3. Obviously, it's overtime. What am I telling you guys the score for? You guys aren't stupid. Oh no, our first line is still out there and it's tired. I'm not going to make the change though. Face-off 1 heavily in favor of the Rangers, and Dylan Cousins wins a massive face-off there. Pacioretty now with the puck. loses it. Bad pass there. It's going to go to Hedel, who gets knocked off the puck. Klingberg now to Tuck. Tuck skating it into the zone. He's going to get it across. Klingberg's shot saved by Shesterkin, and he's going to cover it for the face-off. And we're getting the second line out there for sure. Don't you worry about that, guys. All right, here we go. We've got an offensive zone draw with Hertl, Bedard, and Tuck versus Lafreniere, Hedel, and Kravtsov. There we go. Chychrun now with the point blast. Tuck with the rebound. Can't get it on net. Lafreniere now comes away with it. Gonna get stopped there by Kylington. Bedard with the puck. Now he's gonna battle along the boards with Lafreniere, and Kylington gets it into the zone. The board play, the battle right at the blue line. Lindgren is gonna get it up and out of the zone as Tuck stops him from getting any further than center ice. Chychrun loses the puck though, and a potential 2-on-1 for the Rangers. Kravtsov beats his man, dangles, and Kylington picks up the puck after the good save from Luukkonen. Hertl now with the puck. He's gonna skate with it, goes back to the left side there. He's gonna come around with it, he finds Bedard. Bedard tries to pass when he probably should have shot it. Oh, he should have shot it. And now the Rangers have an opportunity to come into the zone. Lundqvist now with the puck. Halfway through overtime here, he's gonna dump it deep. Kylington now picks it up. He's gonna send it to the center of the ice. Kravtsov picks it off. Bedard now with the puck. He's gonna skate around with it. Bedard is gonna keep skating. He's got the wheels ability. He finds Connor Brown. He shoots. Saved. Easy glove save there for Shesterkin. We're gonna get the first lines back out there. I know they're not 100% ready, but I mean, I'd much rather have Pacioretty, Cousins, and Forsberg out. And I trust the third line, don't get me wrong, but you know, I just think that, we want our best players on the ice in overtime for sure. Short shifts. Forsberg now, backhand, puck is loose, and it's scored! Max Pacioretty, and we're going to a Game 7. Madison Square Garden, are you ready? Because here come the Buffalo Sabres and New York Rangers in a game to determine who goes to the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's go. Almost saved there too. Look at this. Pacioretty gets it in there, almost saved by Shesterkin, but he got the puck in when it was necessary, and it's a 4-3 overtime victory as your Buffalo Sabres have forced Game 7. And here we go, heading to New York, Madison Square Garden. Are you ready? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. First period, no. 2-0 for the New York Rangers and a terrible start for us. Second period, we bounce back with 2, but they score 2 more of their own. And now we need a massive comeback effort. We got a power play though. Can we cut it to 1? We can. Connor Brown gets us back to within 1. We are now 1 goal away from tying this game as we hit the 10-minute mark of the period. Who's gonna score the next one? Will there be a next one? And it's Connor Brown again. Connor Brown ties it for your Buffalo Sabres. And with 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes, 1 minute, we're going back to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Back-to-back overtime games. What a series this has been. Who will come out on top? The next goal decides it. Let's hop in and watch this exciting overtime period at Madison Square Garden. Dylan Cousins now on the faceoff is going to win it. Finds Klingberg. Klingberg gets it into the zone. Klingberg gets it deep. He's going to chase after it himself. Klingberg stops. He's still got the puck. He tries to center it. A good forecheck there from Forsberg, but Zibanejad picks the puck up and gets it out of the zone. Artemi Panarin now on Rasmus Dahlin. He's going to get stopped. Dylan Cousins and Forsberg pressuring him. Zibanejad now with the puck. If Forsberg picks it up, Klingberg now with the puck. Gets it up across the ice. He's going to go all the way up to Dylan Cousins, who finds Pacioretty, the hero from last overtime. He gets it in deep. Pacioretty is going to go to Cousins. Cousins now is going to find Dahlin at the point. Klingberg's shot from the point goes through traffic, but not quite to the net as Zibanejad now picks it up. Finds Adam Fox, who sends it to Panarin. Up, windmills to the outside. Windmills back to the middle. Protects the puck around the outside. Somehow finds the middle. And a good one-timer save there from Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Philip Forsberg now with the puck. Circles around with it. Max Pacioretty gets in, stops, can't get it across center ice, and Capo Caco comes back in, but picked off by Klingberg. Connor Bedard, the rookie, coming up with it. Bedard, but the wheels get stood up at the blue line by Hajek. The puck is loose. Forsberg gets it, can't tuck home the backhand. Oh, what a sloppy play in their own zone by the New York Rangers. And here they come. Adam Fox breaks it in again. Hedel gets in, gets stopped before we can get a shot away. I believe that was Rasmus Dahlin with the body check. Philip Forsberg still out there on the ice. Gets in. Philip Forsberg stops, doesn't decide to shoot it, goes down low around to Bedard. Bedard goes back to the point, the one-timer save. What a save by Shesterkin, and he plays it. Hurdle's shot was a howitzer, but he got over in time. Lafreniere gets stopped. Bedard now finds Klingberg. Klingberg's been out there for a while. Who's gonna find Chychrun? Up to Hurdle. Hurdle is gonna find Tuck. Tuck dangles, shoots, blocks. Hajek gets it out of danger, but Kravtsov comes and helps him out. Lundqvist now circles around his near side here. Kravtsov with the puck, dumps it in deep, and after it is Connor Bedard, number 17 for your Buffalo Sabres. Bedard finds Hurdle, dangles, loose puck, and he's gonna get off the ice for a line change. On comes Tage Thompson in the third line. Chychrun, the one-timer, the puck is loose. Oh, and they cannot find it. Kravtsov could not find the puck, otherwise he had an easy goal and sent him to the next round. But downtown, Connor Brown gets into the goal. He shoots, and he can't score his hat trick. What a time to get your hat trick this would be. Connor Brown comes in, he's gonna shoot. Saved by Shesterkin, he's gonna hold it for the faceoff. And both teams are looking kind of tired right now. Dustin Brown, one of the best plus minuses on the team though. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Offensive zone draw with 8:05 to go in overtime. Tage Thompson against Ryan Getzlaf. Young against Old. Young prevails, but the New York Rangers do pick it up as Dustin Brown finds Chris Kreider. Kreider around the outside. Kreider down low. He's going to go back to the front. Can't get it quite there. Jacob Chychrun has a great stick to prevent that sauce. Kylington now is going to find Brown. Brown going to circle around with it. He's going to pass it up to Peyton Krebs. Peyton Krebs gets it out across the blue line, which is important. Getting it out of the zone is massive, and he's going to win the puck battle. Peyton Krebs comes in. He's got one-on-one, and Brown shot, save near side. Lindgren from the corner now. He's going to go back in front of his goal to Lundqvist. Lundqvist now finding Ryan Getzlaf. Getzlaf carries it across. Kreider's in, loses the puck though. A battle for it, and the Buffalo Sabres are going to come away with it in the corner, but there is a good forecheck by the Rangers. Connor Brown tries to come away with it, skates across his own center ice. And now, Rasmus Ristolainen, the return. He's back. He's playing with the puck. He can't get it out. Connor Brown on Kreider. Kreider, the one-timer, the puck bounces over the net. Oh, and that was close. That was almost game. But Victor Olofsson gets it into the zone. He's going to dump it deep. Tage Thompson goes to work on the forecheck. Schneider does avoid the forecheck from Tage Thompson, and Getzlaf comes away with the puck. Getzlaf is going to find Brown for the Rangers. The shot is blocked. It's going to go into the corner. Casey Fitzgerald is on it. He's going to get forechecked, though, hard. Saad is there to help out, but it's a 2-on-2 battle in the corners. Barclay Goodrow is battling for it. Goodrow does come away with it. He's going to shoot. The rebound is there, and the poke check goes straight to Victor Olofsson. Victor Olofsson now with the puck. He's going to find Casey Middlestad. His shot goes wide, and Brown is going to pick it up in the corner. Now, he's going to be able to find Lindgren, who finds Iafallo, and they get out of the zone. But Saad comes back on a good back check, but the puck is stopped there. Gauthier, his shot can't get through. Ristolainen's there. Fitzgerald's there. The puck has been in play for a very long time now. Neither team able to get a change with 1 minute to go here in overtime. Rasmus Ristolainen is going to find Victor Olofsson, and he's going to skate it into the Rangers zone, but that is an offside, and we have the number one lines for both teams. Should be coming onto the ice here in just a moment. It's Panarin, Zibanejad, and Kakko versus Pacioretty, Cousins, and Forsberg. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Cousins on the draw. The puck is going to go to center ice, and it's picked up by Panarin. He's going to go between the legs, but Dahlin is on it. Dahlin stops that right there. Philip Forsberg tries to get it deep, can't quite, but Pacioretty does pick up the puck with a good forecheck. He's going to get it on Zibanejad, knocks him down, but Miller is there. Kaapo Kakko now skates across the blue line, gets stopped there, and Dylan Cousins picks it up. Dylan Cousins skates into the zone, tries to center it, stopped by Schneider, and now we have a 3-on-2 developing for the Rangers, but a good back check from Pacioretty makes sure it's not a 3-on-2, but the Rangers are still in the zone. Into the corner, they find him in front. The backhand shot is saved by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Pacioretty picks up the loose puck behind the net. And there is a penalty coming to Kaapo Kakko. It's going to be 2 minutes for interference. Down here low, getting a little too aggressive, and not what you can afford to do with a minute remaining in the overtime period, guys. You just can't afford to do that. Iafallo and Goodrow will try and kill this power play. The Sabres send out Forsberg, Cousins, and Tuck. And here we go. Face-off could be huge. The winners are the Buffalo Sabres. Forsberg picks it up. Cousins tries to get the shot away. Iafallo can't get it deep. And now Klingberg does get it out. But the Sabres are right back in. Cousins now. He's going to find Forsberg's shot. Good aggressive save there from Shesterkin. Hajek can't get that thing deep before the forecheck. It comes shooting to Chychrun. His shot far down and stays out. The puck stays out of the zone, out of the net. Oh my word. Oh my God. What a stop there from Shesterkin. He's got to thank his post 1,000 times. Dylan Cousins now on the faceoff is going to win it. It's Tuck to Forsberg. Shesterkin with the save. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, what an overtime period this has been. 15.6 seconds to go here. Offensive zone for the Sabres. Getzlaf and Hedl on the ice for the Rangers. Woo-hoo, that was a chance for Jacob Chychrun. Dahlin can't get it in. Hajek is going to get it deep, and with 10 seconds to go, they're going to go aggressive on the forecheck here. Connor Bedard, though, now is going to skate it out. He's got some wheels. Tuck gets it up to Cousins. 3, 2, he takes the shot, and it's going to go wide. And we are going to a second overtime, but the Buffalo Sabres will begin the period on the power play. What a game so far. And this is round 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just round number 2. Dylan Cousins on the faceoff is going to lose it. Fox now with the puck. He's going to skate with it. Fox is going to try and get into the zone. Chychrun's on him there and stops him. Forsberg now with the puck. He's going to get that thing up to Tuck, who's got a one-on-one right now down low. He does beat his man. The power forward gets down deep, does his work. The puck is loose, but Forsberg picks it up with the extra man. Chychrun finds Cousins. Over to Klingberg, to Forsberg. Forsberg can't get his shot away. Miller with a good check there, and the puck is going to go all the way down the ice. And Klingberg, now behind his own net, has to regroup. Finds Tuck up the right boards. Tuck gets into the zone. He's going to dangle. Hajek picks off that dangle attempt. The deke attempt was probably ill-advised there from Captain Alex Tuck. A long stretch pass to Forsberg there. A good pass up to Cousins with speed through center ice and is in the zone. Or he shoots and a good blocker save. This puck can't get down the ice. Cousins on the forecheck, doing all the work for his team. Dylan Cousins is going to go back to the point. They're going to find Forsberg to Klingberg. Klingberg in tight shoots. Shesterkin with the glove save, and they're going to hold it for a face-off. And we have just 20 seconds to go on this power play opportunity here in the second overtime period. Game 7. Wow. Here we go. Hedl to Miller, who gets it down the ice, and that should just be about it. For the power play. As Bedard dangle around with it. Bedard finds Krebs. Krebs gets into the zone. Krebs now gets down to the corner. He's going to stop. He's going to get board play, but it's going to go to the point to Dahlin. Dahlin can't handle it. Getzlaf gets the puck. He's going to get out to Hedl, and the Rangers are back at even strength. The Sabres have to regroup. Capo Caco out of the box. Tage Thompson there, though. But Capo Caco with those fresh legs trying to make amends for his gaff with the penalty, and the shot is saved. Bedard now is going to get forechecked hard, but he's going to pick it up. Somehow gets through that aggressive forecheck, and now Krebs is going to find Tage Thompson. Tage Thompson gets into the slot, tries to toe drag back to his forehand, but he cannot do it. And now Lafreniere gets the puck in deep. Connor Bedard now back to retrieve it. He's still out there defensively for the Sabres since they had him on the power play. Tage Thompson, though, gets it up to Brown. Brown gets it across into the zone. Brown is going to stop with it. Finds Thompson in the middle. Can't get through the traffic in front. Peyton Krebs on Miller on the forecheck, though. Tage Thompson against Kravstov. Does stop it. Does get the puck. Tage Thompson can't quite get it. Panarin picks it up and is going to get out of the zone now. Panarin now with the puck. Hedl got with it. Finds a streaking Miller. A shot off the tip of the glove. Off the tip of the glove of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. He does just enough to make that save. Hedl finding Capo Caco. Puck goes wide. Panarin now gonna find Capo Caco in front. He can't bury it. What a save by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Hedl now back to the point. Miller is gonna go low to Hedl. Bedard now picks it up. Bedard, get off the ice, my dude. He's gonna turn it over. They're gonna get it. Hertl picks it up now. Hertl skates across with it. Hertl into the offensive zone. He's going all around with it. He's gonna find Dahlin. Dahlin. Oh, the puck can't get onto the net. And Cousins to Hertl. Puck is blocked. Zibanejad. Cousins on the forecheck. He's gonna get it. He gets in tight. Can't go 5-hole. Good save there from Shesterkin. Lundqvist now finds Lindgren, and they are gonna turn it over at the blue line. Into Brown to Hertl. Hertl shot saved into the corner. Cousins picks it up though. Cousins back to the point to Hertl. Who's shot? It's in the air. It's gonna hit the top of the net. Connor Brown goes back to the point. The point man Chychrun finds Hertl, tries to go back door. Cousins was there. Kreider now tries to take some time and calm down with it as the Sabres don't look to aggressively forecheck, but Hertl is on him. They're going to get it out to Capo Caco. Caco now gets into the zone. Connor Brown finds Pacioretty. Turnover there. Pacioretty into the Rangers zone, stops the blue line and gets checked. Cannot get it deep. Now comes Getzlaf with the puck. Cousins on him. Cousins chasing him. Turns it over to Pacioretty. Getzlaf pass. Can't find his man. Puck is going to be loose. Good forecheck there from Pacioretty. Puck is loose in the slot. Philip Forsberg can't get a hold of it. Now, down in the corner. They're going to dump it deep. Oliver Kylington is going to go off the back of the boards to Chikrin. Chikrin up to Forsberg. Forsberg finds a streaking Dylan Cousins, who's been out there forever. Dylan Cousins dangles to the middle. Can't quite get there. The puck is saved by Shesterkin. Holy mackerel, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what line to put out there. I'm putting the fourth line out there. Saad, Middlestat, and Olofsson. We need to spell our top lines. All sorts of exhaustion as it's Kreider, Getzlaf, and somebody else. It won't show me because of the penalty kill. Olofsson, shot! Olofsson sends the Sabres to the Eastern Conference Finals off the faceoff. The fourth line finally gets on the ice, and they are rewarded with their efforts, waiting patiently in the wings to win it. Victor Olofsson. What a game that was. Almost end of double overtime, and we are moving on to the next round. Not even the Stanley Cup, guys. That was round two. That was round two. I need some water for my throat real quick, guys, so I will be right back. On to round 3 of the postseason to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. What a rivalry for the Eastern Conference Finals, and in the West, it's Colorado, the reigning Stanley Cup champions, against the Vancouver Canucks. Let's just take a quick look at the Toronto Maple Leafs. Nylander, Matthews, Marner, still good. Athanasiou, Tavares, Robertson, not quite as good. Nick Ritchie, Anderson, Geeky, and then Gogalev, Deragustuin, Argushtinsev, and then Abramov. So honestly, they've got their top end talent still, but other than these four guys, this forward court doesn't scare me all that much. Defensively, they really only have Riley, right? I mean, Sandin is good. Dermott's pretty good, but the right side is pretty brutal. That's not very good at all. And then in goal, you have Mrazek, who's not been good in the postseason. That's not a good postseason statistics for a goaltender. Here we go. Let's get it. Whew. Let's start it up here. First game of the Eastern Conference Finals in Toronto. Let's start. First period. Good start for the Sabres after back-to-back overtime games. A double overtime. Tuck gets them one on the power play. Second period. 4-1 now is Brown, Thompson, and Brown. Austin Matthews scoring one for Toronto. And in the third period, Matthews tried to pull him back, but Connor Brown completes the hat trick. And Philip Forsberg scores one for good measure, and it's a 6-2 victory in game number 1. And man, oh man, what a run we're on right now. I'm gonna save the file just in case anything goes wrong, guys. I'm gonna keep talking so that you guys can see that I am not going to cut this at all, because we want to keep the game moving and no questions of cheating if we continue this hot streak. Second game, first period, 2-1 Toronto. Kylington got us a good start, but Abramov and Matthews again has scored 75% of their goals. It's like Svechnikov in the Hurricanes game. Second period, it is 3-3 as Pacioretty scores 2 and Tavares scores 1. And in the third period, neither team is gonna score, so let's slow sim this one. It's 3-3. Next goal decides it. Are we gonna have a tied series, or is Buffalo gonna go up 2-1 and take both on the road? Toronto can't score on the power play. Buffalo can't score on the power play either. Halfway through the period, and it's still tied. Overtime, 5, 4, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. And there is a goal for Athanasiou, and Toronto has tied the series at 1 apiece. A big goal there from Athanasiou, getting Toronto even when I was kind of feeling like we were on the brink of getting another goal. But we have been on a hot streak, and that is just one loss in a myriad of wins. Now back on home ice after stealing one on the road, so all we have to do is win the rest of our home games, and we are through to the Stanley Cup Finals. Here we go. First period, 2-1 to Toronto, but Dahlin got a shorty to get us back to within 1. Second period, it's 3-2. Krebs tied it, but Lars Anderson scores. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. I tried to mute, but My buttons are messed up. 3-2 now. Here we go. Third period, and we cannot tie it. We do not get tied. Tomas Hertl, too little, too late. And Toronto now is up in this series. And, oh, God, I got to give Connor Brown extra ice time now because he's the one that deserves it. He's been killing it. He's going to flip-flop with Tuck there, and we're going to go ahead and do that. All right. Here we go. Down 2-1 in the series, though. Not an unfamiliar place for us. We were just there last series. On home ice, though, can we tie the series and make it a best of 3? First period, down 1-0 as Mason Hollowell scores on Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Second period, it's still 1-0 Toronto. Will Buffalo score in the third period? No, they will not, and it's a 1-0 shutout game for Toronto as they have won 3 straight. Now, I don't know if we can continue to rely on winning every game when necessary, but this is a time to do it. Holy smokes. Defense was good in that game. Just need some offense now. First period, there's the offense. Tomas Hertl and Casey Middlestat getting us started early. Second period, and Toronto now takes a 3-2 lead and has got 1 foot in the Stanley Cup Finals. But one more period to go here. Toronto on the power play. They cannot score. We just need 1 goal to tie it, but it's Austin Matthews makes that task 2. 2-goal deficit with 6.5 minutes to go here in game number 5, and Connor Bedard gets us back to within 1. It's not over yet. 2 minutes, 1 minute. It's not gonna happen. And our first rapid rebuild is gonna end just that little bit short. And guys, there was probably a lot of mistakes I made like last season. I think I cracked the code with that Forsberg has to be on the second line. I think I cracked that a little too late, but this was a pretty fun episode, guys. A lot of fun to do live and a lot of fun to see all of you in the chat having so much fun. That Ranger series was a blast, and what games those were. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.
It's a free for all.